Okay, welcome everyone. Good morning and good afternoon, depending on your time zone. Right now, welcome to the today online meeting with team Grow Hacking today. So Grow Hacking is a vital part of any organization since there always room for improvements and growth, which is directly tied with revenues and profit. Today we have our colleague Esmar Mesic. Esmar has 50 years of building tech products and has been working for Fortune 500 companies and successful startups. Currently, he is a hidden product developer for EMAAR, claiming themselves as biggest real estate developer in the world, the company that stands behind Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. So Esmar believes that growth hacking should be intentional for every company, not just small startups without the budget, and definitely not a side project in any organization, no matter scale of it. So Esmar, thank you for your time. Welcome to the Bosnia Agile online meeting, and the stage is yours.
Thank you, Elvis. Thanks for the intro. Yeah, guys. So for you who doesn't know and who isn't aware of, right now I'm working at EMAAR, which is, as Elvis mentioned, claiming themselves as biggest property developer in the world. They're standing behind Burj Khalifa as the tallest building and behind Dubai Mall as the biggest mall in the world. Apart from building cities, neighbors, and communities, they have a bunch of hotels. They're in hospitality as well. They have 4 brand of hotels, 25 currently in Dubai and across the East world, and a couple of entertainment venues, and as well as a retail and e-commerce platform. So remember when COVID hit, right? No one was staying at the hotels. Literally, company fired everyone. And same thing happened with properties. No one actually was buying a property anymore. So we needed to figure out the other ways of how to earn the money, right? So it was like kind of disrupt yourself or you're gonna be disrupted. So I'm just gonna start sharing my screen and we can go very quickly on my presentation over here. Um, yeah, looks good. So the reason why, when we had a chat, what to do at that stage, we wanted to introduce growth hacking as a technique, right? And we realized, I mean, that every company must grow, no matter the size. Either are you a startup with literally zero budget on your marketing, or you're a big corporation having millions of dollars budget like we do. But point is, try to figure out different revenue channels and try to grow, right? Same as individual growth, company also must do so. While doing that, we literally understand that there is an amazing path in learning and gaining the insights on what is important in terms of user journeys. And eventually you figure out the people to stay around. You're going to have a high retention rate and the increase in customer lifetime value. So if you have customers more time around you, you're going to learn more and eventually you're going to gain a value out of it. For me personally, the biggest advantage introducing this initiative was literally removing the silos between the teams. Why so? It's because marketing was claiming themselves as owner of all our digital products, and they were also claiming themselves kind of a full ownership of almost everything in the organization, right? But the point is, they were doing their own stuff. They have their own agenda, working on their own marketing calendar. We were working on something different, so totally kind of two dispersed teams working alongside. And if you add over there a couple of other stakeholders like sales team and others, it's just gonna get interesting, right? Um, and we also had a chat, I mean, internally. What I'm speaking right now is just purely out of my experience, right? So there's no any library bullshit around. This is literally what we implemented in the company and what we are working on at the moment, right? So we realized that this could not be a side project, and we wanted to make this purely intentional, so we can go ahead with more revenue and driving more growth. One of the most successful use cases which which are being done by growth hacking are for the Dropbox. So you might remember when they launched 10 to 13 years ago. What happened with Dropbox is they literally faced the stalling in the signups, and they wanted to do something. The idea was to introduce a referral program, the same as PayPal has, but PayPal was in the money business, and they were offering $25 for referrals. But in this case, Dropbox wanted to give some high value in return for the referrals. So what they did back then, since they were hosting their platform on S3 bucket on Amazon Web Services, they're literally offer for free 250 megabytes of storage space. So at that time, it was easy for them literally to scale up the size of it. And remember, that was the time when USB flash drive was literally 250 megabytes, right? So it was really important. In the end of the day, what they saw is the increase in signups, 60% increase, and they grow their customer base from 100,000 up to 4 million before they launched the platform. One also successful case was Airbnb. So New York at that time, before when they launched the platform, was a hot topic in terms of USA travel industry. And Joe Gabbia and Brian Chesky literally went they were looking at the data first of all, right? And they realized that the number of bookings in New York isn't as per the expectations. So what they did is literally they understand that the main problem was, and the huge drop off was literally the quality of the images while people were booking the apartment. Images were not clear, they're not showcasing the full apartments and so forth and so on. So what they did is they literally packed the bags, went to New York, hired, used a camera worth $5,000. They rented, right? And they literally knock from door to landlords, and they ask them to do the proper photo, the professional photo, right? And what happened is that they changed literally by themselves all of the landlord images for each property, and they saw the increase in booking by three times more. Similar stuff happened with LinkedIn. They introduced a premium because they realized that they cannot be just job-related social network. And I think the most famous use case of all time is a Facebook use case, which was done by their early head of growth, Chamat Palipitia, the probably most famous Sri Lankan guy in the world. What they did is they divided all of the users in cohorts. During this analysis, they understand that people will stick around. They will come back to platform in case you have 7 friends within 10 days in terms of the connections. So while doing this, before you start, you literally need to create a team, right? That's really important to have variety of designations in the team. But of course, the main person would be product guy who can run the show. Marketing guys also can run the show, but you need to have a proper marketing person who is very versed and skilled in his domain. You need to have a product designer who will literally do a quick sketches with you and validate what you want to achieve. Data analyst and front-end developer usually to do those quick changes. And beneficial is to have a subject matter expert from certain domain, like we have from real estate or hospitality or entertainment. So we usually go ahead and ask those people about the numbers and where we want to go for, right? In terms of the reporting team can literally report to head of product or head of growth or even directly to CEO. But without the support from group CEO or C-level management, I don't think this will kick off because people have their own plans, their own agendas. Without literally the CEO email that they need to work on, and engagement of the stakeholders needs to happen from that level. So you as an individual cannot do too much over there. Next step when you have a team is literally you need to agree how you're going to work, right? But the most important stuff before you start is to set the baseline metrics, right? The North Star metric or one metric that matters, OMTM, right? So in this case, for the Airbnb, it was easy. It was number of bookings, right? For the Dropbox, at that stage, it was literally the number of signups because they were on stage of acquiring users. So depending on the stage, as I mentioned over here, work on each part of the funnel. Depending on the stage, what do you want to tune up? You literally work on that. In terms of the process, right? You need to analyze where are you at the moment. prepare the ideas. I'm going to speak more about idea management. Prioritize it and then execute, right? The point is you need to learn as quick as possible. And I'm going to mention a couple of tools which we are using along the way. All right, so for us, the baseline metric in the properties was literally lead conversion. How many people are coming on our digital channels, mobile apps, websites, and they want to convert as a lead, so they express their interest in buying a property. In hospitality, that was number of bookings. How many people is willing to book their hotel stay, right? In entertainment, it was number of tickets which we are selling throughout a couple of venues. In terms of the process, I'm just gonna speak much more on the ideas right now. So this is the idea where we're starting, right? For the idea, what we realize it's good to have a name, so you can associate with the idea. You need to literally give a proper description, set the KPI to idea, and you need to prioritize using ICE score. ICE means impact, confidence, and ease. So what the impact idea would have, what the confidence you have in the idea itself that it will work, and how easy it is to implement it. So I'm gonna right now jump on my where we are actually keeping this this growth hacking initiatives idea. You can use literally any project management tool. We are using at the moment Monday.com. And how we are selecting over there is you have a couple of columns, right? For example, in progress. And this is, as you might see, 3 per week means that we're running 3 experiments per week, right? Developed ideas, which ideas are groomed and ready to be executed, and backlog of the ideas. So anyone can literally go here, add the idea in the backlog. But on our weekly meetings, if the idea is scored and we see there is a huge potential, of course, we're gonna move idea up on a ladder and eventually put it in progress to execute it. So I score over here is, as you might see, for example, we have an idea about adding new launches on terms of the properties on specific place on the homepage, because we realize there is a 5 times more clicks or page visits on that spot versus the other one. And therefore, with confidence and with ease and the impact which you're going to have, this would be our next idea to execute. So moving back over there. As mentioned, in terms of funnel optimization, depend on your product strategy, right? You need to work on certain part of the funnel. So right now, what we are working literally is on acquisition funnel in terms of the property business. And in terms of hospitality, we are working on activating retention funnels. So we want to make sure that people are coming back in our hotels and staying with us. Along the way, we are using Pirate Metrics. I think this framework is very well known to you. I'm just going to skip it for now. Tools which we are using is Amplitude, the data-driven data metric tool, which is for me the #1 right now. Firebase just to fire events. In some cases, in the mobile apps, you're using it, but it doesn't give a full picture. That's the problem with the tools. You're gonna see it later on, right? We're using it just for running the mobile app campaigns, so we see what's happening outside of the app in terms of the events. Google Analytics, of course, Optimize to run A/B testing on mobile apps, Optimizely on websites. We have a couple of versions of the websites running with this. KISS metrics, mixed panel also for metrics, Marketing Cloud for sending emails and generally email management, and much more around that. And CopyTune as a Pinterest tool for running the copy changes, and Snowflake as a database data warehouse. The point is, if you want to go for it, you need to agree on the frequency of experiments. As I mentioned, we're running 3 per week. And the more experiments you run, the more knowledge you gain. So if you're, for example, running, if your competitor is running even 2 changes more during the week in the production versus 1 changes which you're running, over the course of 2 months, your competitor will gain 10 times more knowledge than you are. So that's literally the crucial in terms of the speed and execution, right? For us, as mentioned, and you're going to see later, our increase and where we started is literally EMAAR.com as our properties website. where currently we are converting around 1.6%. Idea is to go up to 2, and we have literally experiments which we want to run to go toward that. And also our ultimate goal would be 5% in lead conversion, which means that this is literally 5% of real estate websites in the world which they are converting on this conversion rate. So I'm gonna right now show you real life examples which we did, and the first one would be paid search conversion. So what we did is we realized using Unbounce as a tool for building landing pages that this very simple landing page which you see over there, which is not cluttered and it has a couple of field inputs, is literally converting 4.89%, right? Which is amazing. So if we compare the overload site conversion, it was 1.68% at this stage, right? So what we decided is we decided to run literally and build a couple of landing pages on desktop and mobile, so we can run those experiments on landing pages. Literally pay Google to advertise those and go for the conversion from 1%, which we're having right now, to 2%. That's our first goal, and this is where are we going right now at the moment, right? What other quick experiments which we did was adding a couple of more buttons on the home screen. So just a quick idea. This is very not sorry for the view, but I don't have any other way to show to you. So this is one of the websites which we're running in Egypt, where we also have our properties business, and as well as 6 other countries. So you see over there, you have this sticky button, which is register interest, right? And we used to have that also on our Dubai website. But what happened during the pandemic, literally the CEO of Emirates Airlines was calling our group CEO saying, I cannot search for the villas. Where are your villas, right? And we understand that there is actually no search option on the website at that time on the mobile devices. So what we did is we, instead of register interest, we built search only, right? So they were able to search. They were not able to submit their data and become a lead eventually. But we realized that we have a huge drop-off rate in terms of lead conversion. And what happened right now is that this is the next experiment which we added. We added literally 1 by 1 2 buttons, get in touch and search. So before we added those 2 buttons, our conversion was 1.3%, and I just showed you right now it's 1.6%, purely out of organic, right, without any paid campaigns which we are running at the moment. So this is one of the experiments which we did. The other one as well is showing or adding, as you might see over here in the header of the website, literally the shortcut of certain pages, right? So last year, when we were hosting New Year Eve event, we added events page over here, and you can see the data from December last year in Google Analytics. That was events page. You see the 20,000 visits literally during the month, right, on this page. As we remove the page, and you see how it was a drop off in the visits, right? You see it over there literally. So what we added in May month, we literally changed events to the offers, which is right now presented over here. It's offers, right? We literally see the huge number of clicks on the offers page, which is again way different. Nobody was clicking on the offers before, as you might see. It was literally flat line over there. This is also one of the examples which we did. Also on the home page, there are a couple of sections where we are promoting latest launches. And what we realize looking at the data is that if you want to push for selling the new properties, we are literally putting in this spot over here. Why? Because this place has 5 times more visits and clicks, for example, than this image over there, than this spot over there, right? So this is also what we come up looking at the data and realize that this is the way to go if you want to if you want to pitch a new property to be sold. So this is in a very brief what we're working on right now. I also have one of the projects which we used to work and helping my friends with. It's literally a price survey, which is also part of deciding the sweet spot of the price where you want to go for, right? So we run the survey asking which price our product becomes too expensive, at which stage it's expensive but you're going to purchase it, and at which stage is really good deal and it's way too cheap that I'm going to doubt the quality of it, right? And so this is also one of the experiments which we did throughout the growth hacking initiative, where we come up to the sweet spot of $10 per month in this case of how much people are willing to pay your monthly recurring fee using your software. That's also one of the initiatives, but coming along, right, and moving ahead with growth hacking, I think the most important stuff is having a unique place to look at the data, right? And this means we need to consolidate the data at some point, because what's happening at this stage is we are having, for example, amplitude. We're tracking total leads, lead conversion rate, booking online conversion funnel, most view properties and communities, right? There are a bunch of data over there. We also keeping the performance marketing data on Data Studio on Google. And over there, we have total cost of the campaigns running, cost per lead, which is $41 right now. How many impressions, like almost how many times these ads are appearing on Google Display Networks. What is cost per reach to 1 million, and click-through rate on the ads, right? We have this data as well. As you can see over there, there are certain trends. There is a cost split on throughout channels, so we're mostly using Facebook, and other stuff which are there. They're loading slowly, but they're there. And we also have additional reports running on the websites, a number of sessions, users, on the revenue, how many transactions are happening over there, important ones, conversion rates if the website is e-commerce oriented, and what is bounce rate and average session duration. So the problem which we are facing is literally data is all across the globe, and we want to make a unique spot to look at. And this is why we also have one of the initiatives to create literally one web app, where we're gonna bring a couple of integrations from Google Analytics, from Salesforce, from Amplitude, all of data sources which we have, so we can have one look on specifically properties business over here, which you're looking at. For example, how many percentage people are converting, what is conversion funnel, throughout which channels is happening, how we are segmenting the traffic in this case. So is it, for example, 50% paid traffic, 30% organic? If we are having more paid traffic, which means that we are paying ads, we should work on SEO and drive more organic traffic in this specific case, right? Also, idea is to have a unique overview on campaign performance, which means that if I'm running a couple of campaigns, for example, in January, this number over here, 600, is showing how many users I acquired and throughout which channel. For example, I can see that Facebook in January for some reason did well, right? Instagram did better, but TikTok didn't do the things. So this is why we, for example, might go for one channel and put the money and put the efforts on that channel as well. Same goes for the email campaigns, where we are targeting certain percentage of our audience, and looking at a click-through rate and eventually conversion, how many people become a lead after sending these emails. And we usually want to track 3 top campaigns throughout any possible channel, right? It can be Facebook, Instagram, or organic ones. Point is, again, to on our side, it depends on the strategies to increase retention rate and increase customer lifetime value. You can have your different goals, but coming back to the topic, decide on a North metric, right? The North Star metric, and go for it. and set the goals how you wanna go toward that direction. Therefore, on the roadmap is what I just showed to you on our monday.com list, where we have also list of ideas, because we also strongly believe that our emails are cluttered. People don't see where the CTAs are not clicking on it. We have lousy copies on the website. We want to change them as well. Even on our apps, recently we ran a survey and the user interviews with our customers. What happened is that there was one button saying done during the selection, and they were thinking they're going to already pay the money with that button. Just the simple label on the button, right? And people were literally dropping off over there just because of that. Therefore, copies are important. On the book online, which is also very interesting, we want to work with sales directly, so they do the follow-up literally 5 minutes after the lead is stored in Salesforce. And we want to build a recommendation engine on what to buy based on previous search history, right? So this is our list which we have, and this is the way to go forward. Yeah, I think that's it in a nutshell, right? I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen. So if you guys have any questions, shoot for it.
Esmar, thank you very much for your presentation. It was very good for me. So if we have any questions.
Vedlane, do you have any questions? You must have one.
No, man, this was awesome. Literally, everything that you said is literally something that if you ask me, I would do the same thing. So it's amazing, and of course, it's much better since you are in the core of that business. And of course, I mean, you can look at those metrics like the data before and compare it to the goals that you want to score. So comparing these two with all those tools and everything, I mean, it's amazing. I can only see that you guys scored some more conversion rates, and you actually managed to growth hack a little bit compared to the previous data. It's amazing, man. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Bettina, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. I just want to say thank you. And it's much better to listen to you in person, I have to admit, because I really like how you present.
Yeah, it's hard
but thank
like this,
you.
to be honest.
Yeah, but it was really good. Thanks a lot.
When you come to Sarajevo, Esmar, just bring those dashboards, and then we can discuss them.
Fair enough. We can discuss over the coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Anyone else? Any questions? Yeah, whoever knows me knows that I'm giving very brief and quick presentations. I don't like to speak for 1 hour, because I don't see a point. Like, no one can keep attention for 1 hour. So, and other thing is, I'm still COVID positive, so you can hear my voice. So
So you're fully positive right now.
yeah, I'm full of positivity, honestly.
If I just may jump in with one more thing, Esmar, I believe. I mean, a lot of people here that are working as I would say some kind of either project managers or product managers or something like that here in the companies in Sarajevo, they still do not have a chance to use this, because a lot of times that happens that either, I mean, when you get to the chance that you actually, I mean, when you ship something, and of course you want to measure how that something that you shipped, how that works, and whether are there any users that's going to use it. But when you get to that chance to actually measure it, it's either get into the hands of someone on the client side, or etc. So I would say that the majority of the guys maybe on this meeting as well, because I'm saying it because I was literally in the same situation. So when I started working as a product manager, it was like I believe four and a half years ago or something like that. this was literally everything that you talked today, that you presented today. It was literally a new thing for me. I never saw anything. I didn't know anything about customer lifetime value, about the conversion rate, about the metrics, about nothing, none of those things. Before that, I was actually measuring, I don't know, like the number of story points that we are delivering in each sprint or whatever, some kind of things that are more related to some kind of an agile project management. So it's really nice, and I believe that maybe it would be better to have more of these talks, more of these things, in order to actually try to convert some more people from the project management to the product management. Because literally, as a project manager, you don't have to know anything about product management. But as a product manager, you definitely need to know the project management as well.
Yeah, exactly,
Kind
exactly.
of, for me, literally, it was like a major bump up in my in my personal career when I actually converted myself from project to project. And I would really tell to other guys, if you want to do it, if you had a chance to do it in your companies, please try. It is crazy. It's crazy what you can do with all of those tools, with all of those things. With I don't know. Of course, you're gonna have to let's say, I don't know, read a couple of books or something like that about the product management, about the growth hacking and stuff like that. But it's crazy how much you can learn and how much of the new things you can actually offer in your CV or in your, I don't know, next job. It's literally crazy. So again, Esmar, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It's a different ball game, and I'm encouraging all of you. If you have a chance to try it, just go for it. I mean, you're gonna be in a different thinking mode, and you will try to do it in a different manner, right? I mean, I know that you guys are working on something cool at the moment, so you can literally try to. You have already North Star metric with yourself. You know where to go, and just try to think about it. What you can do to get this number higher. That's it, right? All right. If any more questions? Yeah, this online format is not the most optimal one, but what can we do, right? Yeah, I see Edin Hussein Effendi is joining and rejoining. Edo, any questions?
Maybe I have questions, but you know me, the specific related to technologies. I'm interested where you hosting everything, and do you use some specific cloud products? Not only hosting, service, but do you have something which provided especially from Azure or GCP or Amazon, some kind of tool?
Yeah, we are hosting websites on the WordPress cloud. You wouldn't believe it, right? Everything is there. But in terms of the mobile apps, it's on Azure cloud. That's the current setup which we have.
Okay, I can't believe that is everything on the WordPress, but good luck.
Yeah, look, honestly, why we did that, it's because there is a huge demand in content changing on a daily basis, and we on the product side and technology side didn't want to be responsible for that. So we realized that the best way forward is to switch to the WordPress and just give the option to our marketing team to change the content and manage it on a daily basis. And honestly, it's amazing for us.
Cool. It's great to see that
We were
is possible.
brave ones to go for it.
Yes, we can say it's possible to make everything even on the WordPress. Thank you for
Yeah,
answer.
you're welcome, man. You're welcome. All right. I think we don't have any more questions, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can stop recording.
Okay, I just want to thank you, all of you, for being with us today. Esmar, thank you once again for great presentation experience you share with us. And I hope that you will all follow the work of our association in the future. So be healthy and stay safe. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Bye.
Bye bye.